Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Most respected sir and my dear fellows, Assalamu alaikum to all of you. My name is Tufail Ahmed, here to discuss about the infrared spectroscopy instrumentation. Before going towards my topic, I want to clear you about the spectroscopy. What is spectroscopy? Spectroscopy is the study of how matter interact with electromagnetic radiation. It is a fundamental tool, to detect or to determine their structure and to study the properties of chemicals or compounds. This is called spectroscopy. And also IR, that IR is also important. IR means the infrared spectroscopy. What is infrared spectroscopy? Infrared spectroscopy, is a powerful analytical technique used to identify and to study chemicals, particularly organic compounds, by analyzing how molecules absorb infrared light. In IR spectroscopy, mostly we can detect the functional group of a compound. When the electromagnetic radiation or fall on the matter or any compound, then from there we can able to detect the functional group by using IR instrument. So now I can go towards the IR spectroscopy instrumentation. So IR spectroscopy is a technique used to identify and analyze chemical compound based on their absorption of infrared light. In IR spectroscopy, mostly the light is absorbed, and after that we can able to detect the chemical compound, and we can detect the spectrum when the light absorb, when the light is scatter electromagnetic radiation falls on the matter, then after that we can able to detect the spectrum, and we can easily able to know the functional group of that compound. Mostly, IR is used to detect the functional group. So the instrumentation consists of several key components working together to produce an IR spectrum. We have IR. This is the structure of IR, in which we have a light source, IR source. This is the light, and we have recombined beam. We have beam splitter, stationary mirror, moving mirror, sample, then detector, and from interferogram. After that, we have a computer, and at last we can get the spectrum of that compound. We can now study all these components one by one. So understanding each part function help in optimizing the analysis and the interpretation result accurately. Now, when we can effectively use all these components of IR effectively, after that we can easily able to analyze. We can able to get accurate result of that compound. Now, first of all, we can study the IR light source, infrared light source. This is the IR source. The IR light source generate a broad spectrum of infrared radiation necessary for sample analysis. For a sample analysis, the IR source is very important. The light source is very important. The electromagnetic radiations are very important to detect the functional group of a compound in IR. The common source include we have Nust Glover and the Glober source, which provide continuous IR radiation. When we can give an IR source, the light, the electromagnetic radiation to the sample, then we can detect the spectrum of that compound. We have common main sources. So the first one is Nurse Glover, and the other is a global source through which we can get the spectrum, or we can get the result. These are the sources which provide continuous IR radiation. So the stability and the intensity of the IR source directly affect the quality of spectral data. The intensity, yes, the intensity is very important. Intensity of IR source. When we have a less intensity, when we have not powerful radiations, when we have not energetic electromagnetic radiation, and then I think we cannot easily able to get an accurate or effective and a clear spectrum of that compound. So we need we need the intensity, we need the stability, more powerful radiation, more powerful electromagnetic radiation to get the quality and the spectrum. So I can say that the stability and the intensity of our source is very effective to get the accurate result and the accurate spectrum of that compound. Now we will discuss about the interferometer. Yeah, interferometer, including we have a beam splitter which can split the electromagnetic radiation into two things, two parts. One towards the stationary mirror and the other towards the moving mirror. So the interferometer modulate IR radiation to produce an interference pattern essential for spectral analysis. Yeah, interferometer can also modulate and modulate IR radiation to produce an interference spectrum essential for spectral analysis. The beam splitter, I can already told you this, the beam splitter provide the IR beam into two parts, one towards the moving mirror and the another towards the fixed mirror, which is also called stationary mirror. So the recombined beam produce an interferogram which is later transformed into the IR spectrum. Yeah, the recombined beam produce an interferogram which is shown here, which is later then transformed into electron, transform into the spectrum, IR spectrum. Okay, after that now we will discuss about the moving mirror or a fixed mirror, which is also shown here in a diagram. One is stationary mirror and the another is moving mirror. This mirror, the moving mirror, can move in to and fro motion, and the stationary mirror is fixed, which is not moving further, which is fixed. Now, the moving mirror oscillate, it moves precisely to vary the optical path difference in the interferometer. And the fixed mirror, which is called the stationary mirror, remains stationary, serving as a reference point, reference point for the interference pattern. This is the fixed mirror, stationary mirror, which is the reference point, and then the motion of the mirror encodes spectral information into the interferogram for further analysis. This stationary mirror is fixed, it's a reference point, and the motion, the moving mirror is used for the spectral information into the interferogram for further analysis, for further, result for we use for further for collecting a spectrum. After that, now we will discuss the sample holder. Yeah, sample holder and sample compartment, we can also say. The sample holder holds the sample in the path of IR radiation for analysis. Sample holder can hold in this is the part, the sample. Here we have a holder which can hold the sample in the path of IR radiation for analysis. I can say that The sample holder is very important. We have to put at the exact point, at the exact position from which the radiation can move. When we can put the sample or sample holder at the exact position of the radiation, of the rays, of the electromagnetic radiation, then when they can interact with the sample, I think we can easily able to get the exact result. I think we can easily able to collect a very beautiful spectrum, very clear and very accurate result of the spectrum. And I think we can also able to get the what we want. We can get the desired product. We can get the desired functional group of that compound. So now sample can be in various forms such as solid, liquid, or gas, often requiring different holder type. We have different holder types in which we can hold our sample. The sample may be, that may be solid, that may be liquid, or that may be gas. So the most important in this in here is that uh, we have to put the sample. We have to put the sample holder at the exact position of that electromagnetic radiation. Proper placement and the handling of the sample ensure accurate and reproducible spectral result. I already forced on this thing that I can also say to you. I can also told to you guys place to place the sample or to place the sample holder at the exact position. When we can place we can place the sample at exact position, then I think we can able to get an accurate and reproducible spectral result. So I think you all guys can understand this thing. After that, now we will discuss about the detector. Detector is also very important in IR spectroscopy. So the detector measures the IR radiation after it passes through or reflect from the sample. You know, when the radiation reflect from the sample, they come towards the detector. The detector can detect the radiation. After that, I think it can give an interferogram, come to interferogram, and after that they goes towards the computer and they can give us an exact spectrum. So we have a common detectors. We have DTGS, which means deuterated triplet gated silicon, and MCT means mercury cadmium telluride. These are the two common detectors which can detect the electromagnetic radiation. They can detect the light, and after that they can give a exact result. The detector sensitivity and response time are crucial for obtaining high quality noise-free spectra. Uh, when we can handle the detector effectively, uh, then I think we can easily able to get high quality spectrum, a high quality result. The detector, here it's mentioned that the detector sensitivity and response time are crucial. Response time and the sensitivity of detectors are very crucial for obtaining high quality noise for spectra, for getting a high quality spectra, or for getting exact result. So detector is very sensitive, and the time is also very crucial to obtain the exact result. So I can suggest all you guys that you have to handle the detector very effectively to get the exact result, to get the very accurate spectrum. So further on, now we will discuss about signal processor and computer. Yeah, to that to get the spectrum, to get the result, the structure of the functional group, or to know the spectrum. The signal processor or the computer is very important. The digital, through digital source, means computer or laptop or other digital source, we can get the spectrum. So using computer, using digital tools, using technology is also important to get you know here they mention this signal processor convert the detector's analog signal into digital data. We have a processor, a signal processor, that convert the detectors, we can say that can convert the signals into digital data. To get the digital data, the computer is very important. Without computer or without technology, we cannot able to get accurate result. So digital source is very important. Computer is important to get the digital data. The computer performs Fourier transformation to convert the interferogram into IR spectrum. To get the IR spectrum, computer is important. To get the digital data, computer is important. To convert the interferogram into IR spectrum, computer is important. So in this 21st century, I can suggest all you guys that to use the technology, to use these digital sources are important to for any results. For nowadays I am uh, doing my research, doing my thesis on green synthesis of carbon quantum dots, in which I can also use the digital source. I can also the technology for my research process. So now here, modern system allow the data storage, analysis, and the interpretation streamly the research process. I also told you guys that for research processes and for other every in educational purposes, the modern system is important. The digital system is important. The technology is very important to get the effective results. To get a quality education, also technology is very important. Now, I think you all guys now aware about the computer or the signal processor. So next thing, now I think I can conclude my lecture here. The summary. I can told you a summary. Each component of IR spectroscopy instrumentation play a vital role in producing accurate spectra. This is the structure. This is the structure of IR. Here are the key components, very important components. Here we have IR source, when it can let the electromagnetic radiation towards the beam splitter. From here, some rays goes towards stationary mirror and some rays goes towards moving mirror. Then after that, some rays will be absorbed and comes to the sample. Here we have a sample holder. When these electromagnetic radiation uh, absorbed by the sample, after that we have a detector here. It can detect the electromagnetic radiation, then they can produce an interferogram. After that they goes towards computer. The computer can detect these interferograms, these signal processor, and after it can give us a very beautiful and clear and accurate result of spectra. Then we can easily find the functional group of a that compound, that unknown compound. I think this is whole the summary of IR instrumentation. Here, something proper functioning and the calibration of parts like the source, interferometer, detector are essential for reliable results. Also, I can tell you guys that proper functioning, proper calibration of a part is very important to get an accurate result, a reliable result. So understanding the instrumentation help in troubleshooting and optimizing IR analysis for various chemical application. This is very important to understand the instrumentation, IR instrumentation to detect the chemical application for to get the to get the functional group of a that unknown compound. So to get any correct result or to get a spectrum, the IR instrumentation is very important. I think you all guys are now aware about the IR instrumentation and why IR is important in our daily life. So this is my whole lecture about IR spectroscopy instrumentation. So thank you so much. Allah Hafiz. Take care.